What's up, everybody? This is George, and I am the 80s Transformer fan. And today I have Combiner Wars Mirage. Like the previously reviewed Stunticon drag strip, he has the exact same mold, Formula One car. Only he's repainted close to the G1 Mirage. Close, but not close enough. Front of the packaging, there he is in the package. There is the comic behind him. And the package said simply Mirage with the Autobot logo. 8-up Hasbro. The back of the box has the toy in both robot mode and vehicle mode. It has this Combiner Buddies. It has the Battle Core white version of Optimus, which I have never seen in stores. I don't think I would buy it if I do see it or catch it, because I already got Optimus and I don't know what the white one's about. Didn't read the comics. And the little team here, most people are calling the Masquerade team. For the episode, they pretended to be Stunticons and turned into a fake Minosaur. But Mirage is actually the only guy from the Masquerade. It was Sideswipe, Windcharger, and can't think of it. Sideswipe, Mirage, Windcharger, Optimus, and can't believe I can't think of it. Oh yeah, it was Jazz. Jazz was the final member, and I hope they make those guys. And I definitely will merge them and call them my Masquerade version. I always want them to do that with like some type of G1 repaint. Both the Stunticons painted it, the Autobots, and Autobots painted Stunticons. I hope we would have saw it at the BotCons. And speaking of BotCon, this line is so freaking heavy in repaints. And you know, one day they're going to be a repainted BotCon set. I mean, these guys got like 3 or 4 waves repainted to yet be released. And again, you know they're going to, BotCon's going to have these guys one day repainted. But anyway, let me get this guy open. My little knife. Slice the tape. Try to preserve much of the packaging as I can, because who knows, you know, these, once you tear them up, they become very valuable. And I don't expect, if you've seen the drag strip review, I don't expect to see anything different in this review that wasn't in drag strip review. And here's the comic with him on the cover. Again, the contents are not, most likely will not be based on Mirage. He's just on the cover of this particular one. One day I'm going to read through these, check it out. I'm going to turn a couple pages for you. See if anything catches your eye. I see Swindle. If you guys that don't know, look like Minosaur right there. It says Minosaur. Minosaur right there. Rolling, it looks like Swindle. Looks like Starscream. A lot going on. There's Optimus. Might not be Starscream. Might be Starscream. I don't know. There's the little chicks from this toy line. Superion is making an appearance there. Very nice artwork. Very nice artwork. I don't know if the panels look that interesting, but nice artwork. And at the back, just like the other one, there's Mirage. There's the prototype. Anyway, let's get to Mirage. Pluck him out of the package. I see he has extra ties that drag strip did not have. Probably because he came out in a later wave and they stepped it up. Wow. Trying to get this guy out of the packaging. And I wanted to give it, I didn't want to just review him with drag strip, which I could have and just been done with it. But some people who just are interested in Mirage, because he was like very popular. For me, a major character in the G1. And he's a very popular character. And I kind of felt like he deserved his own review. You know, so here he is being reviewed, and that tie out of there. And when I first saw this guy, first thing I wondered was why didn't they make this connection port white? And then I saw the pictures of the Takara version, and it's like you know, they're starting to piss me off. It's like they intentionally give the Takara version more accurate repaints, which for the life of me, I don't understand. It's like Hasbro's intentionally giving us the dumbed down version. And the Takara, the pictures I've seen, they look a lot better. And the sets I have will be the last US sets that I buy. I'm just strictly buy their little gift sets. Warriors United, I think it's called, instead of Combiner Wars. But back to Mirage. He has the little Autobot logo there. It's kind of weird seeing all the Autobot logos or Decepticon logos shrunk down and just pushed off to the side. Make sure they had it on his arm, made it a little bit bigger. It was less than spectacular. The face sort of kind of looks like the G1 in cartoon, but it's kind of new. More of a new sculpt. Do articulation for you in case you haven't seen the drag strip. Arm 360s. It raises at the shoulder that far. Has an upper bicep swivel. That will 360. Nice little elbow bend. There's nothing at the hand except for it folds up. Part of the transformation. Here, a waist swivel. It will 360. The hip joint, there's a ball joint in there. Allow the leg come up this far. His arm out of the way. Sideways this far. Knee comes up that far. And there's no actual swivel at the knee, but you can get the upper thigh to swivel. Almost have him sit down and cross his legs. So there's a lot of articulation here. Really, really cool figure. Wish they could have worked in some wrist swivels on these guys. And also, there's nothing at the ankle. It can come forward, but that's to give him motion as a combiner if you're using them as a leg. And take a look at his paint apps. And if you've noticed already, he has the 62 instead of the 26. I don't know if it's copyright issues or what, or they're just playing games with us, or it got changed in the continuity. And here he is. And again, this guy, he has blue at the top of the leg, blue plastic. Then this is blue plastic painted white. Then it switches to white plastic. And it's like, why the hell didn't they just put white plastic in there? The hands are white plastic. The back of the legs are white plastic. And the joint there is white plastic. So why the hell didn't they just put white plastic in there? I don't get that. Okay, the head 360s. His head's real stiff. He can look up just a little, look down, and that's pretty much there. No side to side, none of that. Here he is all transformed. Come on the bottle, he has the white plastic here, which is better than drag strip where he just had the yellow painted over and it could like scrape off because of the low clearance. When I roll a guy, I don't know if it's my surface, but front wheel's really not catching. I said, look, when I take one look at him, even if he didn't have a logo and number, because of the paint job, I automatically would think G1 Mirage. Speaking of which, here is my G1 Mirage. Rolls a lot better. And here you can see the size and scale differences in car mode. And again, he has the 62 now, and here he has the 26. Okay, to get Mirage in his combiner limb mode, I'm gonna go straight to his foot mode. All you do is fold the front end back and around, and you take the combiner foot, which I love the silver and gray. And depending on which way you want him to go, with the front of the car in the front or the bottom of the car in the front. Mirage, I'm going to go with the bottom of the car in the front. Plug this into the bottom. Bam, you have foot mode. Even though I believe they tell you to put the small toe in the front. I don't know what the hell that's about, but no way. Looks better like that. And here, he's a foot. And it's easy enough to switch and go from this to arm mode. So I loved it. They keep it simple. Take his arms, put them up in the air, just like you don't care. Get his head out of the way. Sorry about that. I'm always looking at the toy and not the camera. You know, people are like, what the hell is he doing? Okay, you get hands up over his head like that. They don't particularly snap or lock. They just kind of sit there. I'm sorry again, I got it up in the air. Get the hands over his head like that. And then the bottom half is still basically in car mode. You take this and convert it. I wasn't sure when I did drag strip review, but depending on which guy's piece it is, it has some of their color in the joint. I guess so you don't never forget what piece came with who. But I like the silver, really do. And I'm going to turn him into just the right arm. Close this and I'll bring it around, sorry, and swivel it higher. Now it's a right hand. And forgot about the combiner port. Pop that out. That's what slots in like that. And then you take the hand and put it in here. Again, I'm not a fan of the like cannons on the fingertip. I mean at the fist tip or whatever you call it. Really don't like that. But again, I'm impressed at the size that this is an arm for a combiner. This is my hand and it's like as big as my hand. This is going to be an arm. I can't wait to see this massive thing. That's why I'm trying to hurry up, get to these toy reviews and see these giant combiners. And as an arm, he has a lot of articulation. It can swivel, can bend in, and of course he has a wrist swivel because it just pegs in. Okay, and I know these things are straight repaints, but I mean, did they really have to give them the exact same weapon? They couldn't spring for different weapons in the budget for these guys. A Mirage has a sword. I've never seen him with a sword. And he has this thing that he can hold in various modes, car mode and robot mode, and yeah, and it's, I don't know, it's a cannon or something. And he can fire it. Pegs in, and I mean, who has this big ass thing like on the battlefield with one hand? Boo, boo. Get this. Oh, it doesn't want to put it down, so I'm gonna take him, put him right there. Take him. He can't even stand up with it. Put him right there. And here he is in robot mode with his G1 counterpart, so you can see the differences as well as the similarities. Sure, some, not a whole lot, but some. You can see where he takes his inspiration from. And this guy, they never really made him look like that on the cartoon either, but he has that little hole in his forehead. This guy carries over to this guy, so there's something familiar there. Okay, to wrap this toy review up, very G1-ish, not quite there for this guy as it was for drag strip. Of course, the weapon is pretty terrible, but a great figure. Looking forward to combining these guys. He didn't even have to be a combiner, you know, but still, great figure nonetheless. Happy to add it to the collection, and I'm really starting to love this whole Combiner Wars thing. This has been George, the 80s Transformer fan, and I'll see you soon.